Hello people, this is Elder Amara. If you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe and share. Man, have I got a video for you. But listen, I want you to like my video. Hopefully that way YouTube will show my video to a much wider audience. I don't know if you can remember before, I've done videos on signs and symbols which are actually hidden in front of you. Alright, they're hidden in plain sight, but a lot of people don't actually see these. They don't understand the meaning behind these signs and symbols. Let me tell you, there are two main groups in society that's running this world. Right? These are the Luciferians and the Satanists. One group, they're after your energy, and the other group, they're after your soul, the essence of you. Now, there's a lot of people who don't believe me, right? And they don't believe that these groups exist. Believe you me, regardless of whether you think these groups exist or not, they really do exist. Some of these Satanists and some of these Luciferians, they operate through lodges, yeah? And some of these Freemasonry schools. The most famous one is the Illuminati. Yes, they really do exist, right? Then you have the Rosicrucianists, yeah? Then you have the Skull and Bones. These societies, a lot of these Freemasons that operate through these societies, yeah, through these lodges, they're into Satanism and Luciferianism. And as I say again, some of your school teachers, yeah, some of your doctors, some of your MPs, some of your politicians, they also secretly operate in these societies. They worship Satan. They follow Satanism. As I say, the signs and symbols are there and they're often played out, right in front of your face, in plain sight. But you know what? In the end, they'll turn around and say to you that the signs and the symbols were there, right? If you did not notice it, then that is totally up to you. But the signs and the symbols were there for you to see. So they hide them right in front of your face, in plain sight. So when the end comes, yeah, when the last days come, you cannot say that you don't know nothing at all about this, because they'll say they hid these signs in plain sight. Right, I'm going to show you something. This is a typical example, right? You got Vodafone, right? Why has Vodafone got 3 6s, right, on their telephones, right, and on their things like their digital boxes and things, right? Look at this. You can see 1 6 there. You can see another 6 there, right? Looks like a comma. And then you've got a 6 there and a 6 there. One's turned upside down to look like a 9. Right? So they've inverted it. Look at this. Look at it. Vodafone operating with the 3 6s. Why would they have 3 6s? 1 6 there, 1 6 there, right? And then if you look closely, you can see the 6s in the A and the O. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? Because when it comes to last days and times, if you turn around and say that you don't know nothing about it, they've shown you right in front of your face in plain sight. 3 6s. They operate also in road signs, statues, letters and numbers, also the dollar bill. You'd be surprised. Everywhere they got these signs and symbols. Yeah, let me show you something, yeah? You lot must think I'm on some kind of joke thing, right? I'm some kind of nutcase. Listen, I'm telling you, there's such things as the Luciferians and the Satanists, and they're operating on Earth, right? These beings are originally from Saturn, yeah? Satan, Saturn, right? Saturn is the 6th planet from the Sun. You notice 6, You notice 6? Do you see the figure 6? This planet, right, is not really a planet as such, because it's made up of gas and ice. So those people who live there would have to be spirits, right? These 6 ether spirits, right, live on Saturn. They come here in physical form, right? Boy, it's just sounding like some jokesing, right? They come here in physical form, but their home, or where they originate from, is Saturn. And it's no coincidence that Saturn is the 6th planet from the Sun, right? These beings are 6 ether beings, right? They're negative forces, opposed to 9 ether, which is a positive force. Now if you invert the 9 and turn it upside down, it makes a 6. These 6 ether beings, right, they want to take over this planet and rule it forever. They don't give a shit about human beings. To them, we are not worthy of even being on this planet. We are not worthy of being on this planet. The 6th planet. And this planet is made up of mainly rock, ice, and gas. And the beings that live there are spirit beings. They got cast out of heaven, right? And they made their home in Saturn, Satan. Right, these beings, they're negative beings. They are negative forces, as opposed to 9 ether. 9 ether is also gases. Some people, they don't realize that these demons are made up of various different races. So when people look at, say, the Caucasian race, or the Chinese race, or the black race, they don't realize that these beings, yeah, these malevolent beings, are made up of a number of different races. It's not just one race, right? The devil comes in many forms. In many forms. And remember what I just said also, right? That you've got Satanists and you've got Luciferians. And the Luciferians and the Satanists, one wants to steal your energy, right? And the others want to steal your soul. One wants to steal your energy and one wants to steal your soul. They're down here right now on Earth, yeah? As physical beings. These bloodsuckers, yeah? These negative beings. They're down here right now on Earth, right? And they're trying to stop mankind, right, from reaching a higher level, from vibrating on a higher level. They want us all locked in a prison. You know what? One of their most powerful weapons is a TV. The TV is one of their most powerful weapons. Yeah? Because on TV, they can create things like fear, yeah, anxiety, and depression. When you hear them talking about things such as terrorism, right, that strikes fear in people's hearts and in their minds. And fear stops people from doing certain things. These people live off of fear and negativity. Do you ever see any good news on the TV? No, it's always negative news. Right? Behind us is these negative beings. They live and thrive off of negative energy. Right? They love to thrive off of energy. Tell the truth. Right? Have you ever heard any good news? Do you ever hear any good news on television? Because all you ever hear when you turn your TV on is people losing their jobs, yeah? People losing their homes, people being shot up in schools, yeah? Terrorist groups, and all kind of things like that, but you never ever seem to hear about any good news. These demons, these people who own these TV stations and these corporations, radios, social media, and all the rest of it, right? They love to see people living in fear. They want us locked up in some kind of prison, right? So we don't do nothing, right? We're easy to control. We're much more we are much more easy to control, right, when we living in fear. Simply cannot raise our vibration, which we should be able to do right about now, right? Because these Satanist groups have us in fear. They have us living in fear. We should be able to vibrate on a fourth dimension, right? But many of us are still vibrating in a third dimension, right? The Satanists, they want to keep us in a form of prison. These Satanists and Luciferians, they're real entities. They're real entities. Right, let me show you something. Let me show you something. If you add 9, add 9, add 9, it comes to 18. 18 is nothing but a 1 and an 8. A 1 and an 8 makes 9. Right? A 9, if you take that 9 and you invert it and turn it upside down, it makes a 6. If you add 9, add 9, add 9, add 9, add 9, right? It comes to 36. The 3 and the 6 makes 9. You invert the 9 and it's a 6. You add 9, add 9, add 9, add 9, add 9, add 9, it comes to 45. The 4 and the 5, right, makes 9, which is a positive sign. 9 ether. So these 6 ether beings, they're opposed to 9 ether. Going back to this Vodafone sign. Why would Vodafone want to put 6s, yeah, and mask them up? Why would they want to put 6? You got the 6 there. You got the 6 there, right? And you've got a 9 there, inverted, right? Cleverly hidden. Why would they want to do this? Let me show you something else. Let me show you something else. Look at this. Look at this. Right? Have you seen a sign anywhere? Like by telephone boxes, for example, on the outside of a telephone box, the BT telephone sign? Look at it closely. Look at it closely. Look. Can you see the snake? Can you see the snake? Yeah? Curling around an object, and it's got it's got a trumpet. Why would BT have a snake? Right? Around an object, yeah? And then you've got a trumpet in its hand. Why? These signs and symbols I keep telling you, they are everywhere. They're everywhere. They're on the road markings. Yeah, they're on buildings. They're on money. They're on a dollar bill. They know through these logos and signs and symbols who each other are, right? And who's running things. Who's actually running things down there. Right? That's why they got all these signs and symbols. And these signs and symbols also carry a certain kind of frequency. Yeah? Objects carry frequency. Colours carry frequency. Right? Even the planets, such as Saturn, it carries a certain frequency, right? And vibration. So does Venus. Yeah, another planet. So does the planet Earth. They all carry different frequencies. Right? 6 ether being carries a certain frequency, and it's an adverse negative force, and they're down here operating on planet Earth, right? They've got their certain how do I say, followers. As I said, it could be school teachers, nurses, doctors, yeah, your politicians, your lawyers, your actors, your footballers, and all the rest of it. You ever seen a film called Rosemary's Baby? If you haven't, you should go and watch it, man. Because that's a typical example of how you've got people you would never suspect, right, as being demon worshippers, Satanists. Yeah? In Rosemary's Baby, there's an actor, and he loses his job and he's looking for work, so he moves into an apartment with his wife in New York. And in an apartment opposite them, right, are two devil worshippers, two Satanists. The husband, he ends up becoming a Satanist too, right, as he's taken under the wings of the family, yeah, of the old man and the old woman, right. Anyway, cut the long story short, right, this guy who is an actor looking for work, his wife ends up getting pregnant by the devil, right. So all these other devil worshippers, yeah, the old man and the old woman, the husband, there's doctors, yeah, and priests and all the rest of it, they are under the guise of Satan, and the wife starts to suspect them. Anyway, she ends up giving birth to the devil. You see how films like this show how people, right, can worship the devil, and they come from various different societies. And some people you'd never ever suspect, right, that they're Satanist worshippers. Right, another film you should watch is The End of Days, right, featuring Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, the actor Arnold Schwarzenegger, right. I'm going to use a summary from my iPad. End of Days. A private security guard finds himself caught up in an apocalyptic conflict. The devil's only chance of getting out of his eternal prison is to mate with a chosen girl in the last hour of the millennium. And the guard finds himself having to protect the woman from an enemy in whom he does not believe. I'll tell you, man, that film is heavy. Again, you will see in that film, there's people from various different types of backgrounds, yeah, and they worship Satan, and you would never suspect, that. And a guy who never believed in the devil, right, starts to believe in the devil, right. So just like I'm trying to prove to you guys out there, it doesn't matter whether you think they exist or not, these entities, they do exist. They exist for real. And all these people who go to church, right, they expect to go to heaven one day, right, and they're always talking about Satan. So do you actually really believe that Satan really exists? Yeah? Or is it just a figment of your own imagination? You believe that Jesus is a positive person who came into the world, right, and he's been battling Satan. You should yourself believe that there is such an entity out there. You yourself should believe that there's an entity like that out there. You go to church every Sunday and you pray to Lord Jesus, who you say is supposed to be a positive person, yeah, a positive entity, and the devil, right, is a negative entity which Jesus has wrestled with, okay, such as Jesus wrestling with Satan on some mountain, yeah. Either you truly believe there is such thing as a devil, or you don't. But some of you, you're just playing with this thing, because as soon as somebody mentions something about a devil, it's no, I don't believe them things there, right? But your own book talks about the devil. Your own book talks about the devil. Let me show you something as well, right? This book here, right, this King James version of the Bible, is an allegory. It's made up of stories and signs and symbols. And if you know how to read this book properly, you'll be able to decipher these signs and these symbols. This book is also an astrological book. And let me tell you this, right? In Psalms 46, right? Under this King James's version of the Bible, under this King James's version, right? Shakespeare, on his 46th birthday, he puts his name into this Bible, right? But he had to do it under code. I can't remember the exact reason why, right? But he put his name in under code, right? So if you go to chapter 46, verse 3, you see shake. See it there? Right? You got shake. And in Psalms 46, verse 9, see it? Spare. Shake. Shake. Spare. Shakespeare, on his 46th birthday, wrote himself in code into the King James's version of the Bible. Now, I keep telling you, man, there's a lot of signs and symbols, yeah, out there, and I'm not saying that King James was a Luciferian, because that's not the point I'm making. I'm making the point about there's codes, signs and symbols in the Bible, but you just have to know how to decipher it, right? But in terms of these Luciferian groups, right, they got their signs and their symbols spread out everywhere. They're everywhere, believe you me. I've even seen them on things like shampoo bottles, yeah, on food labels, on street signs, on street layouts. And then you've got Luciferian symbolism on your dollar bill. Man, I'm going to go into that in some more detail in another video. Right? I'm going to do a whole video, right, on the dollar bill and all these signs and symbols that's on there. It's going to blow your mind. It's going to blow your mind. Anyway, if you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe and share. Eldad Amara.
Evil, can you see they're evil, they're evil? Can you see they're evil, they're evil? Can you see they're evil, they're evil? They don't see you as an equal. Evil, can you see they're evil, they're evil? Can you see they're evil? They plan whilst you're asleep, yo. Tell me, what's the next sequel? It's all about mass distraction. Did they kill Marley, Michael Jackson? They plan whilst you're relaxing. I judge them by their actions. They split us into fractions whilst you're relaxing. Yes, they're overtaxing. That's a faction. They create the problem, then look for the reaction. You're laughing whilst there's some laughing. All part of the mass distraction. TV, label, trophies, movies, knowledge is what you're lacking.